Like a great story coming to a close. Episode 5 of Champ TV is about to drop. We are finally going to figure out what it takes to be a champion for Jesus. As always, I'm joined by my unpredictable cohort, Toe Jessator. Toe, how are you doing today? And I'm going to have to ask, what's the deal with all the party stuff?
Well, since this is our last episode, I thought it would be great to, celebrate another great season of Champ TV. And, as you were talking, it kind of hit me. We're, done with all the episodes and all. Now we're done living like a champ. And I don't feel like celebrating anymore. And that makes me sad, really sad.
Oh, dear. Here come the waterworks.
I'm sorry. I know you don't like when I get emotional. I'm super crazy or anything. But, it made me really sad. So I decided to write these and make me a little bit happier. Just read them.
What is this?
Well, since I was sad, I thought maybe it would help me if you, came up with more ideas of what we would do next season so I can start planning for that and make myself feel better. So they're all my ideas.
All right. Once again, we are off script. But seeing your emotional state, I guess we'll just deal with it. Plus, we've learned all season long. What choice do I have? Anyways, let's take a look. Show idea number 1, Rhode Island. What's the deal with Rhode Island? It's not a road, it's not an island. What?
Okay, think about it. It's like a tiny state in New England. How confusing. We could do an entire season on Rhode Island.
Show idea number 2, unpeeling the mystery of the onion. I'm sorry, what?
I mean, have you ever thought about it? Even as much as we unpeel an onion, there's so much we don't know about the onion.
Well, third idea is the best. Let's take a look. Living with giraffes. How's the weather up there?
So, we spend 5 episodes living with giraffes and interviewing them to learn how they feel on different issues, and if the weather is really different up there.
I'm not living with giraffes, and they can't even talk. You have to be joking.
Well, do you have any better ideas?
Well, no, not yet. But I haven't had any time to think about it. I was hoping to have an awesome final episode of Champ TV, but we're going off about some rabbit trail, about giraffes eating onions on Rhode Island.
Rabbit trails. That's a great idea, Bob. You know what we can do? We can go get Champ Hunter, and we'll go to Canada, and then we'll explore the rabbit trails there.
That's it. Champ Hunter. Where are you? Can we please have you jump in before I lose my mind?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an exciting day because I have several people out in the field and several credible sources saying there are champions out in the field of some sort.
And are these sources real people or just voices in your head? As you're probably well aware of your discoveries, they have been less than stellar this season.
No, Bob, this time it is for real. I can feel it this time. I mean, take a look. Look at this person. This champion is writing a note and sharing God's love. I mean, that is a perfect example of a champion. And over here, Bob, look at this champion. He is writing his words, and he is using those words that he writes for greatness and good. That is a perfect example of a champion. And look over here, this person. This person is cleaning up trash like a champion so everyone can enjoy a game. I think I found it, Bob. I found champions. It's been such a long season, and I haven't found that many champions. And I thought I was letting you down, but now I feel like a champion.
Not more tears. What is going on here? First Toe, now Champ Hunter. I feel like I should have gotten everybody some tissues. Vicky Tori, please tell me you're not going to cry on me too.
Oh, hi Bob. No crying here. But crying isn't necessarily a bad thing, Bob. Anyways, I'm proud to say it's the 5th and final day of champion training, and the title of champion is almost yours.
Oh, hey Vicky.
Oh, hey Kyson.
Looks like you used some help. Mind if I lend a hand?
Absolutely. You can definitely help me with holding that sign. Anyways, I'm Vicky Tori, and I'm here to help us learn more about what God has to say about living like a champ. And boy, have we learned a lot already. Let's review. Step 1, you were born to be a champion. God made you all in His image, wonderful and good. Step 2, love like a champ. Love is patient, love is kind. Paul helped us learn that a champion's love puts others first. Step 3, serve like a champ. Jesus taught us that a champion uses their hands to help serve those in need. Step 4, talk like a champ. Jesus used his words to remind us that he is children's biggest fan. Today's training is all about how to walk like a champ. Thanks again for the help, Kyson. So, how will you go out and use your champion knowledge to help others? What will you do next? Let's turn into the Bible one last time to help us find out. Back to the Gospel of Matthew, we find Jesus and his disciples meeting on a mountain. The disciples were wondering what's next too. Jesus had done some amazing things. The disciples now knew how much Jesus loved them and all people forever. The disciples must have been wondering what Jesus had planned next. That day on the mountainside, Jesus was about to tell them exactly what comes next. It would be their most important job and ours.
I've received all authority in heaven and on earth. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to obey everything I've commanded you. Look, I myself will be with you every day until the end of the present age.
Just like the disciples, Jesus tells us that it's our job to go out and tell people about him, inviting them to be followers of him too. It's our job to go out and show people the love of Jesus by how we live. How we live like champions.
Thank you, Vicky Tori. I sure am going to miss all your segments. You did report like a champ. Now, Toe, before we sign off, let's recap all we have learned during this season of Champ TV. Can you handle that?
I pledge to focus like a champ.
Episode 1 was all about remembering that we were born to be a champ. God created us special and with a plan.
Check. Born to be a champ.
Episode 2 focused on loving like a champ and showing others love in small and big ways.
Check. Love like a champ.
Episode 3, we learned how to serve like a champ, finding out ways to help others with our actions.
Check. Serve like a champ.
Episode 4, we watched our words and make sure we built others up.
Check. Talk like a champ.
Finally, today we learned that living like a champion never ends. It's something we always do. So although this season is coming to an end, living like a champ will not be ending. Doesn't that make you feel good, Toe?
A little bit. I pledge to live like a champ wherever I go and what I do. I want to be a champion for Jesus.
So, Champ TV viewers, it has been a joy, no, dare I say a privilege to grow with you during these last 5 episodes. We've laughed, we've cried, we've
handed out trophies. Here we go. This one's a little dusty. Sorry about that. Anyways, here you go, Bob. It's for being a great co-host and just, dealing with me because I'm great.
Thank you so much, Toe. This is Bob Giggle signing off.
And Toe Jessator.
Thank you. And that's it for Champ TV.